Can white win this position? Pause the video if you want to figure it out for yourself. But for those of you who cannot wait, the answer is yes. But white cannot push the pawn to f5. This will blunder it into a draw because after black takes and white takes, black has the amazing move king f8. Now, if the white king tries to approach it to threaten a checkmate, well, now knight g7, and after the king moves, the knight and king are safely snuggled on the back rank, and this is a theoretical draw. So what white has to do is bring their king in closer, give up their f4 pawn with check, because after black takes, white is going to win this g6 pawn, and they're going to try to threaten checkmate. Well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is this knight is further away. So if the knight moves, we take the pawn, and if the king moves, well, this is checkmate, and if the king moves to h8, well, now we tickle the knight, forcing it to move. If knight h5, for example, well, now we're going to threaten checkmate with the king and rook, and threaten the knight at the same time, and black is busted here. So, well, what if instead of moving the king, black moves their knight? Well, that's not much better at all. For example, knight h5, king g6, and at the knight f4 check, we play king g5. And depending on where the black moves their knight, we do different moves. But so there's many ways to win here, but I'm just going to show you a couple. One of the main ways for black to play is to try to bring their knight closer to their king. But if they do that, it's not helpful for them at all, because after knight f8, well, it may feel like black has, safely returned their knight next to their king, but now rook d8, and black is forced to move away from their knight, and they will lose this game. And if the knight moves backwards, for example, I play king f5, and what should black do here? If they move their knight back to f2, well, now we play king g6, and if we're threatening checkmate, and if you move the king, well, now there's rook f7, and picking up the knight on f2. So no matter how you slice or dice this position, this is simply losing for black. So were you able to find the right move?